The table strategy is a way of thinking about all the things we can do to improve our mental wellness, to get ourselves out of difficult situations, to do better, and to improve our well being. Table stands for thoughts, actions, body, and emotions. Each of the circles in this diagram represents one of these aspects of our well being. These aspects interact with each other, which is why you can see arrows between them all. They're connected. Each one affects the others. Take, for example, a situation where I don't like to speak in public. If I have an event where I need to participate in public speaking, imagine my thoughts are filled with dread and loathing. These negative thoughts will affect my body by ramping up my stress response. My heart rate and breathing speed up. I may develop muscle tension in my shoulders and even clenching in my jaws. I may have a frowning expression in my brow. These bodily sensations can contribute to emotions of discomfort, worry, maybe even annoyance or fear. And these emotions can show up in actions, including nervous behaviors like fidgeting or hand wringing and other demonstrations of discomfort. The reverse is true as well. I can change my thoughts by changing my actions with biofeedback, like stretching to release muscle tension, or even adopting a posture of openness and willingness, such as the Wonder Woman posture, with shoulders back and hands on hips to increase confidence and assertiveness. Now imagine this diagram is a bird's eye view of a table. Each of the circles represents one of the table's legs looking down from the top. If I were to turn the table sideways to see it from the side, I can see each of the legs with the tabletop being our mental wellness. So here we see the four legs of thoughts, actions, body, and emotions, with the top representing the L for level. The question is our mental wellness actually level, or is it out of balance in some way? If it's out of balance, what aspect or what leg needs support? Where do I need to focus my attention? So, if I tell you you need to do meditation or yoga for your mental well being, that may be true in general. However, at a given moment, that may not be what's out of balance. So, looking at our table can help us determine if meditation or yoga is the right response, because sometimes it's not. There might be a better response, such as catch it, check it, change it, to manage self limiting beliefs, or the tip skills to manage physical anxiety and stress in your body. So we need to be aware of how each of the legs interact with the other and how they can support each other to improve our mental wellness. Along with the table strategy, I'd like to introduce a way of addressing mental health or wellness through systems thinking with the biopsychosocial model. This model can help us understand what we can do to make our table level. Humans are complex. There are a lot of things that affect our mental wellness. For example, things relating to our biology, our genetics, our stress response, our neurochemistry, or our physical health. These are all biological factors. And then there are psychological factors. Our attitudes and beliefs, our perspective on life, our coping skills, our temperament, our self esteem. These are all examples of factors related to our psychology that affect our mental wellness. And finally, there are social and environmental factors, such as our relationships and interpersonal skills, our trauma, our religion or spirituality, our peer group, our support networks, our socioeconomic status, or our culture. Very often, we might look at all these factors and think that we do not have control over very many of them. However, that is not actually true. By developing skills, we can make a bigger impact on every one of these factors. So I bring this slide up not to overwhelm you, but to demonstrate how much we actually do have control over once we learn how. We may think that we cannot manage our stress response, but we can actually learn skills so that it doesn't feel overwhelming. And we can even choose what stress response we might engage in. We might think that we can't change what other people do, but we can improve our interactions through interpersonal effectiveness skills. So when you combine all these factors that we can have small effects on in the biopsychosocial model with the table strategy, the table gives us a direction on what to focus on, for example, our thoughts or our emotions. And then we can pull from any of the three areas, biological, psychological, socio-environmental factors, to support each of the legs. The benefit of the table strategy is that it allows us to self-diagnose, to become more aware of what we need, and to self-manage, which is basically like treating ourselves, self-treatment. So that's the table strategy. You'll be revisiting this strategy throughout the HEART program, and every time you go through a module, you should be thinking about what are the skills in the module and how do they affect the different aspects of our table. Thanks for engaging, and see you next time.